stream yesterday. Is that a real bird? That is a real bird. I thought that was a statue. So we're not even a minute away. I don't know if you can hear that. You hear that dog barking in the distance? That's his brother. If you watched the live stream yesterday, you already know that I'm pet sitting. I'm pet sitting two poodle brothers right now, and I attempted to walk them together yesterday, and that was a bit of a calamity. Oh, you see that squirrel? Don't do it, buddy. Don't do it. Don't jump. Anyways, I was walking the brothers together yesterday because they have like anxiety when they're separated, separation anxiety. But to be honest, it is crazy trying to walk them together. He's pretty focused right now, but he's actually the calmer of the two brothers. He's the calmer of the two brothers, and he kind of goes at a much slower pace. You see this kind of harness here? This harness, it's meant for the dog to like walk in front, right? And just kind of lead. But he's so cautious and so, his personality is just a lot more calmer that I have to like coax him along. And it doesn't work very well for a lead, as a leading type of thing. But that just goes to show, even when you're from the same litter, even when you're litter mates, um, personalities can be quite different. I'm going to take him on the same route that I took his brother, and it's going to probably take me twice as long because he's a very calm dog, as you can see. If I was walking his brother like I was a minute ago, his brother would be way up there. And I'd be like, ha, ha, ha. Oh, I think I see what you're looking at. Hold on, let's see if I can focus in without you pulling my arm off. Do you see what I see? I hope this doesn't go badly. I've got a really good grip on this leash. But I really hope this doesn't go badly because even though he's a very calm poodle, he's still a dog. And this dog likes squirrels. Let's see how this plays out. I'm not going to encourage him and I'm not going to discourage him, but I am going to make sure I've got a really good hold on you because you're a sweet baby, but I know what a squirrel means to you. Are we going to be able to go forward now? Am I the only person who is watching? Arnold Thomason, sometimes I feel like it. But it says there's 18 people in here. I don't know. It keeps going like haywire. But whomever you are, I thank you for watching me. Hadier Perez, I thank you for watching. Are you guys cat people or dog people? I'm whispering because I'm trying to give that squirrel a chance to get away. See that squirrel that just went behind that tree? Well, maybe he's back again. Oh, I'm so glad I got a good grip. But my shoulder didn't like that at all. Go, little squirrel. Be free. Be free. Anyways, he really is the calmest poodle. I know the title says the calmest poodle. He really is. But I mean, hey, he's a dog. That was a squirrel. What do you expect, right? Hi, hi, hi. Don't do it. Don't answer. I got the cat. Yeah, I'm a cat person. I'm a dog walker, but I'm a cat mom. Is that squirrel teasing you? Is he? Sometimes I think the squirrels are teasing us. They'll like throw down acorns and whatnot from the trees. It's kind of funny. Oh, you're hot on the trail. Is that where he was? Anyways, I have a dog, but 8 cats. Hey, go on with your bad self. 4RY4. At one point in my life, I had 10 cats and 3 dogs, all under the same roof. And that's actually where my channel name came from. That was back in like 2017 to 2018. And I have 1 dog. Javier says, wow. Yeah, wow, right? I'm subscribed. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I wish I can get every dog lover and cat lover to subscribe so they can share some of the adventures and joys with me. But yeah, I personally have 1 cat. My daughter has 1 cat. My son has 1 cat, but then he had a girlfriend whose cat had like a litter of kittens. And so I was helping them out by taking care of some of the kittens. They joined the household. And then I had a coworker who was, she's in the military, and so she was going on, what do you call it? Not reserve. I think she was in the reserves. And so she was leaving home for long stretches of time. Hey, buddy, what are you eating? It's okay to sniff, but I want to make sure you're not eating anything. Okay. And then that looks like glass, so let's step away from there. I don't know what that is. Ew, what is that? That's not glass. That's like, what is this? You guys see this? What is that? It's like some kind of goo or webbing. It's not webbing. It's like, it looks kind of snotty. That is so weird. Have you ever seen this on your dog walks? Oh, somebody baby crying. Anyways, I don't know what that stuff is. Yeah, it's like some kind of snotty stuff. Let's get away from here. Because if it is something weird, slime, yeah, I don't know what kind of slime that is. It's like glistening in the sun, so I thought it was like glass and I didn't want him to get hurt. But now it's like some kind of slime. That's weird. Anyways, so between my son's girlfriend's cats, my cats, my daughter's cats, his cats, and my coworker's cats, I ended up with 10 cats. And then we had rescued 3 dogs. So needless to say, it was a very hectic household. And that's where my original channel name came from. I was making videos way back then. I didn't have very many followers, and then I did have some trolls. I had quite a few trolls who was like, don't do this to your dog, and don't do that to your dog, and don't feed this to your dog. Like, they just kept criticizing me. So I ended up getting rid of that channel, and I just brought it back this year. So this channel is technically 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. This channel is technically 8 years old, but I'm actually just now coming back again because at that time I was just, making videos about my own pets. But now I'm actually I'm an official dog walker. Like, this is my life's work now. This is what I do for a living. I take care of pets and I walk dogs. And it is the best thing ever. But anyways, enough about me. This guy I call him a twin, but I'm sure there was more than him and his brother in the litter. And his brother has a very different personality than him. As you can see, he is what I would call a stop and sniffer. He likes to stop and sniff everything. He's a lot more calm. You see how he's walking in front of me now? Like, he usually doesn't even do that. I was 2 when you started this channel. Wow. That makes me feel honored, but also old. That's cool. That's cool. My daughter was, I think 8, 7 or 8. No, I can't do math right now. I do know that she's 18 right now. She just went off to college. So I think she was like 8 or 9. 8 or 9 when I did the channel. And she loved having all the animals around. We are a animal loving family. Well, me and my kids are. The other part of my family, they don't really like animals. They're always like, ew, um, I don't trust them and they stink and they make a lot of noise and oh, why do you like those animals so much? And I'm like, because animals are cool and people sometimes are not. But yeah, I love animals. Even my family members now, they're like, you like taking care of animals? Why don't you do something that makes more money? And I'm like, sometimes money doesn't make you happy. But this guy right here, this guy makes me happy. He's a really cool guy. You're a really cool guy. I just want you to know that. I'm sorry. Did I stop you in the middle of... Were you about to go to the bathroom? Sorry. He's a really cool guy. Animals are cool. Even cats are cool. Cats get a bad rap, though. Cats are very particular. If they like you, they will let you know. If they don't like you, they will let you know. If they have trust issues, sometimes they act a little weird and defensive, and people don't like that. And of course, cats have razor sharp claws. Let me turn my volume down. Let's see. Here we go. I got some text messages coming through, but I know when I'm on a live stream and people have text messages and stuff, it's distracting to me. I'm like, what is that noise? What is that noise? Anyways, let's see. But yeah, the thing with cats, you just have to read their behavior. I mean, the thing with cats and dogs, you just have to pay attention to them. You know, are they wagging their tail? That means they're happy. Are their ears pinned back? That means they're scared or feel threatened. You know, just pay attention to your animals and then respect their space. That's what I've learned as a pet caretaker. Just because they're animals doesn't mean they don't require respect. Look at their body language and then give them what they need, even if it means giving them space or backing off. And then things usually go pretty well. I feel like I'm going to lose a lot of weight walking these guys. If you were watching the live stream yesterday and you could see, like, let's see, she is 18 on the channel. Well, she is 18. The channel is 8. That means she was 10. Oh, you might be right. You might be right. Yeah. I bought my house when she was 9. And we got the pets about several months later. I'm glad that you're good at math. I'm not always good at math. And then I can't talk and concentrate at the same time. What do you want to do, buddy? Do you want to go forward? I took your brother all the way to the end of the street. You don't want to go forward? You are so cautious. I don't want to call you SEARED because I don't like putting labels on people, but he's yeah, I heard that too. That's just the AC. Somebody's AC is going. It's all right. I'm right here with you. Come on, we're walking together. Yeah, his personality is a lot different than his brother's. He stops at every sound. He pauses at everything. It's just somebody working on the other side of the fence, baby. Come on. It's good. Come on. You're good. Oh, tree. I ran right into that tree. Ooh. Oh, it's a pool person. That's an interesting name. Interesting logo. Oh, look at that. Pirate flag. Another day in paradise. Oi. Oi, matey. Another day in paradise. It's an interesting company. Sorry, baby. I'm easily distracted. You know that. But yeah, I ran right into that tree. My head went right into that tree. Yeah. This is just the exercise I need. I hate walking and I hate exercising, but it doesn't feel like exercise when I'm with the dogs. So it's a good thing I'm a dog walker. Hey, baby, we're going to go this way. I'm going to take you the same route as your brother, okay? Can't stop in the middle of anxious. Remember, I'm right here with you. They're on the other side of the fence. So you're good, okay? It is lagging. Yeah, I saw that. I saw it start spinning. I don't know why, but it disconnected and reconnected. Sorry about that. I see a walker. He's a good boy, but I'm going to err on the side of caution. If they cross the street, then I'm just gonna. Okay, they went the other way. I was gonna say if they cross the street, I'm gonna go on the other side because he's such a nervous dog. Oh, I don't want to put a label on him, but he does behave in a nervous way. I don't want him to get freaked out. Come on. Speaking of freaking out, let me take you over here so you're not so close to that barking. You are such a good doggy. You are such a good doggy. You get anxious when I leave you behind with your brother, but I like walking you separately so you can have your own time. Because if I was with his brother right now, his brother would be pulling us and he'd like be getting pulled along and like dragged because it's hard to manage the two speeds, one slow dog, one fast dog. But now you get to take time. You see that? Be quiet for a minute just so you guys hear everything he's hearing other than that dog. Oh, here comes the walker. Let's cross the street and give them some room. Because I know not everybody likes dogs too. So I try to be considerate to make sure like they feel comfortable when they're walking. And then I don't want him to be nervous either. You're okay, buddy. This neighborhood is like so, it's got so many trees and stuff. Come on, let's go. This neighborhood's got so many trees. It's like, it's magical in the daytime, but it's kind of spooky at night. Like when I walk them at nighttime, it's kind of spooky because all these trees, it just looks differently. Oh, sorry. I bumped into you. Are you coming over here to look, to sniff? You're good, you're good. So you can tell, just look at his body language. He's not like a typical dog for me. Everything is like very stop and look around and check over your shoulder. Oh, we don't want to get that. He's trying to go to the bathroom. Oh, he's doing more than... Oh, he's leaving quite the trail. Oh my goodness. I'm going to describe it. I'm not going to show it. But there's steam. It's so cold out. It's steam coming off of what he just left behind. Okay. I'm not going to show that because that'd be gross. But I got to pick this up. I got to pick this up. That was funny. There was literally steam coming off of what he just left behind, that little package. Hold on, buddy. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. I gotta tie this up. My least favorite part, but it's part of the job. Whew. I don't think I left anything behind. All right. As I was saying, all right. You feel better now? Do you feel lighter? Yeah, so when I'm pet sitting these guys, I like to take them on a walk before I leave them because walking stimulates them going to the bathroom, and when I leave them, I don't want to, them to have to hold themselves. I don't want them to have to hold their bladder or their bowels for a long time until I get back. That's just me, though. Anyhow, I was saying this neighborhood is very like a lot of trees, and it's just very magical to me in the daytime, especially this time of year when it's like fall and you got the crackling of leaves beneath. But at nighttime, when I have to take these guys out, it's a little bit spooky. Yeah, it's a little bit spooky. Anyhow, for the remainder of the walk, I'm just gonna walk in silence so you guys can enjoy the nature around us and hear the squirrels in the trees and the birds. And I'm gonna keep my eye on the chat. If anybody says something, I'll respond. But yeah, thanks for coming along with me on this very calming dog walk with the calmest poodle ever. It's okay, baby. It's just acorns under my feet. Where is everyone tuning in from? What state or city or country? And what time is it where you're at? Come down. Come down. People don't like you in the landscaping. You can sniff a little bit, but don't get on the landscaping. 10:07 a.m. Okay, let me see. So you're an hour ahead. So you're on the East Coast. I have family on the East Coast. Or Midwest East Coast. Yeah, he's got so much more confidence. He's the calmest of the two dogs, and his confidence is just so much more better when I walk him by himself. I'm not gonna say that his brother's a bully. He's not, but his brother is the alpha dog, and so like when they're playing, he gets beat up more. When they're walking, he gets left behind. Um, you can just tell the difference between the two dogs. So it's more work for me. Come on, baby. It's more work for me to walk them by themselves. But I like doing it because I like seeing him being able to enjoy the walk, you know? Give him a time to sniff, give him a time to check things out. And then his brother is so much more energetic. I don't want to say it makes him nervous, but just imagine, like let's say you're with your friend or your brother or sister, and like they're pulling you and dragging you along, and maybe you see something that you find interesting, but you can't stop and look at it because they're pulling you along. and then they're jumping all around and bumping into you. And I think that's what it is. I'm imagining that's what it's like for him. He likes to be with his brother because it's his brother, but at the same time, like he's getting pushed around and dragged when I walk them together. So it makes me feel good that I can like let him take his time and just, oh, hello. I am being recorded, and so are you. Everybody's got those recording things now. Go ahead, baby. Take the lead. It's okay. I'm right here with you. I was doing this with him yesterday. I was just standing here and waiting for him to take the lead, and he stood still for like 5 minutes and just looked around. And I'm like, I've never seen a dog do that. All the dogs I walk, they sniff and then they go. They sniff and then they go. But he's more like, what do they call it? Fight or flight, flight or freeze. And he freezes. He just like doesn't move. Don't you want to go? Let's go. Come on. You don't have to go with me. I'm going with you. I hope I get a chance to take care of them again. Um, the pet parent prefers to walk them together for convenience, and also because, well, I don't know if you weren't here in the beginning of the live stream when I showed, like when I walk away from the house. Well, I didn't walk away from the house. I started the live stream down the street, for privacy's sake. But when I leave the house, both of them start barking like crazy because they're not used to being apart from each other. So there's a lot of anxiety, and I think the pet parent is it makes her not embarrassed, but like she doesn't want to be a bad neighbor and have her dogs barking a lot. So she just walks them together so that they don't get upset. But I feel like it's worth it for the other dog to bark for 20 minutes or whatever, however long it takes us to get back. And then each dog get their own time, their own one-on-one time. And for me being a dog walker, especially me being a woman and by myself, for me it's more of a safety thing. I prefer to walk one dog at a time so that if a stray dog comes up or there's stranger danger, like I can get us out of that situation a lot more easier versus if there was two dogs. It's going to be two dogs pulling me in different directions, and I won't be able to defend myself and the dog. And if you're wondering, well, how do you defend yourself? Keep this on hand. I don't want to hit the ground too hard because I don't want him to get nervous, but this is a bamboo cane I got from a martial arts store. The harder you hit it on the ground, the more noise it makes. And typically, like if there's a stray dog or something, you can hit the ground and it will scare them away. You can wave it around. And if necessary, bop, bop, bop. You know what I mean? So anyways, put that back in my shirt. If I can get it in there. There we go. I just keep that back there like that. So yeah, that's another reason why I like to walk the dogs by themselves individually, because if there's an urgent matter that pops up, if there's some danger that comes our way, I'm a lot more prepared to defend us and get away to safety if it's just me and one dog. You see how he's taking the lead? He never does that. If you are having a live stream, you already being recorded. I know, but that's how those security cameras work. Are you talking about the security camera that was back there? It says, but if you are having a live stream, you were already being recorded. Oh, well, you're true. That means I was being recorded twice. Like a twice baked potato. I twice recorded. Don't ask me how that goes along, but it's just my brain. Yeah, here in Fort Worth, I don't know if it's like that back home where I'm from in Michigan, but here in Fort Worth, a lot of houses have those things where when you get close to them, it says, "Hi, you are being recorded." But that one just made a little ding dong song or whatever. So yeah, I was just joking. They had their camera on me, and so I just turned my camera on them, like, "Hey, you're being recorded too. Fair game, right?" Nowadays, a lot of people have them because I don't know about where you're from, but here in Fort Worth, there's a lot of pirate thieves, porch pirates. Speaking of pirates, not the not the pool guy that was down there, but here in Fort Worth, there's a lot of porch pirates. So there's a lot of people stealing packages and just not even the packages, but going in people's yards and taking things. Like, come on, dude. If it's not yours, leave it alone. If you can't afford it, save up for it, or learn how to live life without it. But people people are catching a lot of thieves on these cameras, and good for them, because then they can take that information and give it to the police and track down the criminals. But when I first started hearing them as I'm walking, I was getting freaked out. I was like, what the heck? Because it was like that sometimes the voices sounds like a human. It's like, hi, you are being, or hello. And I'm like, who's that? I'm used to it now though. What you want to do, buddy? You want to stop and sniff? You want to walk? This is nothing at all like when we're with your brother, right? He just pulls you all over the place. Are you tired? Did I tire you out? If you're ready to go home, we got just a few more blocks to go, okay? If you had to guess how old this guy is, I don't know if I said it. I might have said it in one of the other streams. But if you had to guess how old this guy is, how old would you say this poodle is, just from his size and looks? I'll walk a little bit and give you a minute to guess, and then I'll tell you by the time we get to the end of this little block. What is it? What do you see? You got that look in your eyes. Must be a squirrel over there. I was right. Well, he's gone now, buddy. Very close. You said 3. Very close. He's not even 2 years old yet. Believe it or not. Taking a look at him, he is going to be 2. I think next month. I think the mom told me. Whenever I'm walking big dogs like this, and especially when they're still puppies, it reminds me of I can't remember what movie it is, but it's like a movie where it's like a gentle giant. What in the world was that? Just a random piece of sidewalk. That's not strange at all. Where did it come from? Oh, okay. My brain needs to put pieces together. I don't like just seeing things out of the ordinary. I need to know what, why, when, where, and how. Anyways, like I said, whenever I'm walking them or like big dogs like this, people assume that they're like either vicious or super strong, which he is strong, or like old, but he's really just a big baby. Him and his brother, they're big babies, not even 2 years old, but technically, in dog years, that would make him 14, right? 2 times 7 is 14. What is it? I'm waiting on you. What do you see? Is that another dog walker? Is that the lady I saw earlier? Oh, that's a different dog. We're gonna let them cross the street so they can get some space. Hey. Okay. And by the time we get down that way, they'll be gone. That way they can have their own space. Come on, buddy. See, with his brother, this is the exact same route I took his brother, and it took us like maybe 15 minutes. And I don't even want to look at the time. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's already been 20 minutes. Can you come on this side? Okay, I'll follow you. It's already been 20 minutes. So at this rate, I'm not going to get him home for another 10 minutes. But that's okay. I got nothing but time, baby. This is what your mama's paying me for. To take care of you and give you exercise. So that's why I want to make sure you get all the enrichment you want while you're under my care. But it's just wild and crazy. I'm walking the same route, up the street, down the street, in the little turnaround section. And I can do it in 15 minutes with his brother, but it takes twice as long. Why do you say? Because he's the calmest poodle ever. I'm walking the calmest poodle ever. Oh my goodness. So my very first dog walking, my very first, one of my very first dog walks was with a poodle. And I think he was also two. I don't want to say worst dog ever. Worst experience ever. The dog just about pulled my shoulder out of the socket, pulling, going. And like, if I tried to make him go left, he didn't want to go left. If I tried to make him go right, he didn't want to go right. And for some reason, something about intersections, when we would get to an intersection like that street up there, he would stop and just stop. And I'm like, come on, let's go, baby. We can't be in the street. And do you know what that dog would do? He would lay down in the middle of the street because he didn't want to be pulled in the direction I was taking him. Worst experience ever. Worst experience ever. And when I got him back home, I told the pet parents, like, hey, your dog, well, first of all, they told me, I hope you have a lot of energy. He's got a lot of energy. No. Having a lot of energy is one thing. Pulling is another. He's what you call an untrained dog. He's not leash trained. Like when your dog's on a leash, they should know, like, hey, go when I go, stop when I stop. And, if you're going one way, I say this way or that way, and they'll follow you. This dog didn't do any of that. And so I told the pet parents, oh, and then another thing she said, oh, we've been going through a lot of dog walkers. No, baby, this way, baby, we're going this way. We've been going through a lot of dog walkers. The last dog walker was a marathon runner. And she said she wanted the dog to help her train. She said she even couldn't keep up. Yeah, because the dog needs to go in the same direction as you. It's not good. But anyways, when I got the dog back home, I was telling them like, hey, when your dog doesn't want to go the way I want him to, he lays down. She's like the mom or the grandma and the son. They were like, yeah, he does that. We just pick him up and carry him when he does that. I'm not picking up a poodle. You see how big he is, right? This is not the same poodle, but you see how big. This is a standard size poodle, right? He's about 2 years old. The other one was 2 years old, and I'm a big girl. I'm strong. I'm not picking up no poodle and walking it. I'm walking the dog, but I'm not carrying the dog. So, anyways, yeah, that's what they told me. Come on, baby. They're like, yeah, he does that. Um, when he lays down and starts getting stubborn, we just pick him up. I'm like, yeah. So I stopped walking that dog. And it was a nearby dog too. Like I didn't even have to really use gas to get to their house. It was in walking distance, but it wasn't worth it. They were paying me for a 20-minute walk, but it took like 35 minutes to get their dog out and back because he kept laying down and or sitting down and then he wouldn't move. Now this is different. I'm actually going his pace. I'm allowing him to. If I want to, I can pull him. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Right? I can encourage him, and he follows me. But I'm just letting him do his own thing because I'm on a pet sitting job. The other one, it wasn't a pet sitting job. It was a dog walking job. And they signed up for 20 minutes. That means when I get there, I need to take the dog out for 10 minutes and bring him back for 10 minutes. Altogether, that's 20 minutes. And they didn't even tip. Like, it was a dog walking app called Wag, and you're able to leave a tip on the app, especially if you go above and beyond. And I see that squirrel, baby. Let me get myself ready. Because you're a good doggy, but you're still a doggy. Come on, let's go. I see that squirrel. Anyways, it's kind of like Uber and DoorDash, right? If you're a DoorDash person, because that's what it was. It was on-demand dog walking. You get on the app, and you can see who needs a dog walker, and then they'll sign up for a 20-minute walk, a 30-minute walk, or a 60-minute walk. And they never signed up for a 60-minute walk. That would be better, because that means I would take the dog out for 20 minutes and knowing that it took, twice as long, and then I'd come back or, give them some extra laps. But they only signed up for 20 minutes knowing that it was a difficult dog. And they never left a tip, and they never left a review. Like, you don't have to tip me, but if you know that I'm doing a good job with your animal, leave me a review so other people can see, oh, this is a good person, they're trustworthy, my dog likes them, and that way I can get other jobs. That was the worst experience. But this guy here, it's a totally different thing. Yeah. If I want him to walk, I can lead him. Sometimes I gotta get down to his level. Like right now I'm squatting and I'll get down to eye level and I'll be like, come on, baby, and I'll encourage him. But I just really want him to have his own experience because he's usually with his brother. Come, let's get out the street. And his brother's a lot more energetic. Anyways, I thank you all for hanging out with me. No tip for a dog like that? Yeah, I know. My thing is, tipping is always optional. Like, I tip when I have money. Sometimes I don't have money. But I know people work hard, and it's hard out here. My thing is, you don't have to tip. You are paying me for the service. But if I'm giving you more than what you paid for, eh, yeah, maybe a little bit. Throw me a bone, why don't you? uh, and the thing with the WAG app, which I don't really recommend, even though it's how I got my start. What you sniffing over there? Yo, that looks like upchuck. Let's get away from that. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I did get my start on WAG, but the thing is, even there's not a way to review pet parents. Like, they can give us a review. Oh, they did a good job, or no, they didn't do a good job. Oh, yes, they were on time. No, they were late. Like, they can give us a review, but we can't give them a review. But I actually called customer service and I said, hey, the only thing that's popping up for me whenever I turn on the app is this one dog. It's not a very good experience for me. Can you please block them so they don't pop up? And they were able to do that. Because like I said, otherwise I would have given them a bad report card. I would have been like, hey, dog is difficult to walk. The pet parents are really not interested in training their dog. I mean, like basic stuff like sit, stay, come, no, this way, that way. That way, it'll be a better experience for the dog. I feel bad for that dog, though. It wasn't a bad dog, I will say that. There are no bad children, and there are no bad dogs. It's however they're trained and however they're brought up. And so that's all they know. That's why I say it was the worst experience, not the worst dog. I have a picture. Maybe one day. You don't know who the person is, but maybe one day I'll show a picture. The dog laying down in the middle of the street, just chilling like, nope, I ain't going. Come on, baby. We're almost home. Don't you want to go hang out with your brother? You want to go hang out with your big brother? Actually, I don't know who's the oldest. Are you the oldest or is your brother the oldest? I know he's the alpha, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Aren't you ready to go home? Finish your breakfast? Anyhow, yeah, I thank you all for hanging out with me on this morning walk. This is actually part 2. Did I live stream a minute ago? Oh my goodness. My ADHD is kicking in. I know I live streamed at some point. I did a sunset or sunrise? Sunrise. Anyways, this is my second walk of the day. I got 2 more left. Come on, baby. 2 more left. I'm gonna go home in a little bit. Because my pet sitting it's only an overnight pet sitting. So I'm staying, like, they're paying for 12 hours, but I'm staying longer because I feel like the dogs need it. And that's me going above and beyond. So it's different than with the pet poodle person. I'm staying at their house like a house sitting. And I just want to make sure they're good and exercised and that they're get all their sniffs out. And most importantly, they go to the bathroom because I don't want them to be in the house, having to hold it. But yeah, in a little bit, I'll be going home, feeding my own cats, taking care of some stuff around the house, and then I'll be coming back in the evening. So yeah, this is my best life right now. I think I said it on the other live stream, but I'll say it again. I was in a job where I was getting paid like $35 an hour. I won't say where, but I was getting paid a lot. And it was the most stressful and toxic environment ever. There's a lot of harassment going on. There's a lot of not nice things going on. It was a factory job, that's all I'll say. A lot of not nice things going on. If you report it, like, things don't get taken care of. If you report it, then you become like targeted for more harassment because you were, a snitch. So you either suffer in silence or suffer by complaining. And it was the worst job ever. And so even though I was bringing home like $1,100 and $1,200 a week, it was making me go nuts. It was like literally making me unhappy to be in existence. So I had to get out of that situation. Boy, these squirrels are all over the place. And now I don't get paid that much, but am I happy? Yes, I am. I am the happiest I've ever been in my life. I don't have people treating me poorly. If I have to go to the bathroom, I don't have people telling me to wait because the type of job that it was, like, you can't go when you have to go. You have to wait for somebody to relieve you. And sometimes they were busy and sometimes they weren't. And sometimes they didn't like you and just wanted to make you wait. And sometimes they just made excuses. So it was just like weird. It was a weird place to be. But now I'm free. I can take the jobs that I know are good for me. I meet up with pet parents and we have like interviews and they get to know me as a person. And, if we're a good match, they hire me. If we're not a good match, they don't hire me. That's cool too. And I just feel like I'm giving so much more value now, one-on-one attention to animals. And if I go above and beyond, like I said today, I'm only supposed to be here 12 hours. But I'm going to stay a little bit longer to make sure they're taken care of before I leave. When I go above and beyond for individuals, they appreciate it a lot more. But in a big corporation, if you do your job, they don't appreciate it. If you do more than your job, they don't appreciate it. If you do your job plus someone else's job, they don't appreciate it. They take advantage of it and tell you to do it again, but it's just not worth it. Yeah. So what do I do now? I budget my money. I cut out all my extra expenses and stuff. Like, I don't have cable or Netflix and all that stuff. What do I have? I have YouTube. I watch free stuff on YouTube. I watch other YouTubers. That's my entertainment. I hang out with the dogs. If I don't need it, I don't get it. And yeah, it's a much, much happier life. There was a lot of overtime in that job too. That's why I was able to bring so much money home. I was making like, at one time, I think the most I brought home was like $1,800 in a week. Almost $2,000. And then of course there's like double time for holidays. So it was real easy to get like sucked into the overtime thing. Some of it was offered. Most of it was mandatory. It's like, hey, we're down so many units. We need X many people, X amount of people to stay and work. And you're like, hey, well, I'm tired, or I missed time with my kids at home, or I just need time off. Oh, we'll try to work on it. We'll try to see what we can do. But then they didn't get back to you. So then you're stuck working like 6 days a week for 8, 9, 10, 11 hours a day. That's how I was making so much money. It's because I was working so much, but it was breaking me down, making my body hurt. Never felt rested. Kids were always like, "Hey, mom, there's this thing on the weekend. Can we do it?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, no, I'm tired. Please, I got one day off. Please let me sleep." "Oh, but mom, everybody else is going to the state fair." "No, baby, no, mommy, I can't. I'm so tired." I said no to a lot of things I shouldn't have with them. But now I got nothing but time. Ain't that right, big boy, big baby, big baby? Anyhow, all right. Well, I'm getting ready to shut this down because we are getting close to his house and I don't want to show any privacy information. So I'm going to leave it here. Tell him goodbye, big baby. Tell him we'll see him next time, big baby. I can hear your brother in the background already. Big frog. Them big boys be making a lot of noise. Anyways, tell him thank you for walking with me. Thank you for supporting the channel. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Anyways, yeah. I'm going to shut it down so that I don't show where he lives. And then check out some of my other videos if you're into that kind of thing. Most of the videos I make, I'm just now starting to get into live streaming, but most of the videos I make are like, what's the best dog park to take your dog to around Fort Worth? What's the best dog-friendly apartments around Fort Worth? What is the best place to take your dog to get a bath? Because there's like groomers, and then there's also DIY places you can take them. Some people don't know about that. Those are the cheaper options. What you got on your nose? So I try to make helpful videos, but then I like to just come on here lately and hang out with folks. And then I make the funny meme stuff too. I know a lot of my shorts are cringe. I know. I'm not a popular person like that. I don't know what's funny or not. But some of my stuff is cringe. But anyways, in the meantime, till we come back, or till I come back maybe with another dog, check out some of the other videos and share me with your favorite pet parents. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Take care of yourself and your pets. You hear that dog? Is that one of your friends over there? Oh my goodness, that's your brother barking. He can hear me. You hear your brother? He said,